Welcome back, everybody, to Trailer Talk for the month of February in the year 2016. There's some good, there's some bad, and there's some really ugly. I'm your host, Kat. With me always, the contemplative good Sir Pappy.
I'm thinking that not this one, but February Part 2 is going to be more trailer trash talk.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll dive right in. So our first big release for February, coming out on the 5th, is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
I read the book. It's terrible.
I did not read the book.
Okay, so the whole idea of mixing zombies into a classic piece of literature, fun idea. It's just, they literally, the author just took Pride and Prejudice and made a few little tweaks.
Zombies.
Yeah. So the movie looks like the same. It's an action horror romance, and IMDb somehow has it at 5.3 stars, despite the fact that it hasn't come out yet. I don't believe that it deserves more than 0.3. But I'll be going to watch it. Yay, lucky me. The thing of interest, well, the two things of interest here for me, aside from how the fuck did it get made, the director is actually Burr Steers. His first movie, called Igby Goes Down, is one of my favorite comedies of all time. It's a very dark comedy, but I loved it. And then he went on to do such amazing things as one episode of Weeds.
Just the one.
17
seasons,
again.
Just one.
Yeah. 17 again, which wasn't bad. But then Charlie St. Cloud, which from my understanding was a tank. And now this. That, and somehow Lena Headey is in the movie.
Yeah, with an eye patch.
Yarr.
No, it looks like they assembled, like, kind of quite the cast. Like, I see Matt Smith's in there. They've got very recognizable faces.
Matt Smith, I feel, is the doctor who's still struggling to find something to do afterwards.
Well, you can't just make all of your money boning Ava Green and wagging your dick in the ocean.
You can't?
No, Matt Smith found that out the hard way.
Oh.
Poor thing.
Well, I'm going to have to cross off my to-do list and
bucket list.
make some edits, yeah.
Yep.
No, I wish the best for Matt Smith. I liked him in Doctor Who, but I've only seen him in Genesis, so I don't have positive things to say about his post-Who career. So moving on. A movie that I don't understand why February.
Yeah, that seems like the Oscar bait movie. Like, I'm with you. I don't understand why this is coming out in February.
Coen Brothers, Hail Caesar, starring everybody.
Yeah, everybody who's been at an award show in the past 18 months.
18 years.
Well, I don't think Channing Tatum was at any award shows 18 years ago.
You mean Channing Tate Yum?
Yes. Yum.
Hail Caesar, Coen Brothers, comedy. Fuck.
About something.
About a guy getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
And Hollywood ransom. I don't give a shit. I'm going to see it. I have expectations. I have high expectations, I'll be honest. But the Coen Brothers have never let me down, so I really don't understand why February. Unless this is, as I've talked about before, good movies have been leaking earlier and earlier into the year. So January is the new February, which I can positively say I was correct calling that. January was shit for movies. It's over in 2 days. Nothing can redeem it. January sucked.
I don't know. I'm going to sneak in a mention because this kind of flew under the radar for our last one. The Boy is getting pretty positive horror reviews.
It's a January horror movie that's not downright shit-tacular. All right. There's a difference between being a good movie and being, holy shit, this didn't blow my mind with disappointment.
Yeah, and if you do want to hear about the movies that might blow your mind with disappointment, that's our other show.
Yeah, I'm going to have more for that. Yeah, Hail Caesar, Coen Brothers, February.
Well, I don't know. I mean, February's like coming in strong because then you got Deadpool the next week.
Which, some of the best marketing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my gosh, I'm all for it. Like,
yeah.
Full disclosure, I fully intend to see Deadpool in theaters pre-MagFest.
I will. Yep, I will be there. I read what I would call a terrible article. I read a terrible article yesterday about how Deadpool will ruin the Marvel universe, and they were just stupid stuff like, "Oh, it doesn't fit in the timeline. Oh, it's rated R. Oh, there's different act." I'm like, Deadpool might revive because I know after Apocalypse they have no idea what to do with the X-Men afterwards, and. Well, hey, look at Deadpool, and I'm sure if it does well enough, Marvel's going to give Sony a little bit of money. Like, hey, can we get him to show up in some of our Phase 3 films? You know, even if it's PG-13, we can still get some quips in there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's almost my fear. Is they're gonna like dilute Deadpool into the PG-13 universe, and
Well,
I
no,
don't want him there.
no, I'm okay with it if he guests. Like, have him show up. You can have a PG-13 Deadpool for 5 minutes of a movie, and it won't hurt Deadpool or the movie. You can't have him like a Deadpool cable movie that's PG-13. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a terrible idea. But he can show up in Spider-Man,
And be the
piss on
one
a
F
wall.
bomb.
Yeah, he can be the PG-13. He can be that 13
Yeah.
part. So he still seems edgy. Now, I'm excited for it. I love the marketing. I'm happy for Ryan Reynolds. I know he's a huge comic book fan. He's been wanting a character to take off, and I like that he had the sense of humor to do that poster side by side of him in the Green Lantern and then him in Deadpool posing as the Green Lantern, but with the bit with those the little ring pop. So
Yeah, no, I think marketing wise they've got this down.
yeah, and I don't see anything in the trailers that make me think it's going to be a disappointing movie. I'll give them credit; they've shown a lot, but I don't think they've really shown the big twists. And there's going to be enough action in there that you're going to have plenty to see in theaters.
Yeah, no, I don't think, well, I hope it's not like, okay, here we put all the action scenes and the like major comedy bits in the trailer.
Yeah.
With a Deadpool movie, if that's all that's in your movie is 2.5 minutes of trailer content, you did something wrong.
Terribly wrong. And the only thing I don't know the depth of the Marvel universe. I've never read X-Men. So I have no idea who the young lady is with Colossus, and I've made it a point to not look it up. So I'm excited to find out who the hell she is.
Yeah, all I know is she's got a rockin' buzz cut and she likes to Twitter.
Yep. Keep on tweeting. And speaking of Twitter, speaking of people who like to tweet, male models.
Male models. That's
Terrible.
Instagram. Yeah. Speaking
Yeah.
of social media, let's hop over to Instagram.
Yeah. Is that really Blue Steel now, or is that just Duckface?
I feel like Blue Steel morphed into Duckface, and that's just what we're left with.
Yeah, so the world's most beautiful people are being killed, and they're doing the Blue Steel as they take pictures of themselves in their last moments of death. Because when you're a famous celebrity, why the hell not?
Yeah.
And somehow Zoolander is involved. A movie coming out roughly 87 years after the original. I'd say out of all the unnecessary sequels, though, this one has the most potential to pull it off, to be honest. It's the dumbass comedy. Okay,
Yeah, there's not
dumbass movie
a
with
whole
parts,
lot
but
to
it's
live
dumb
up
comedy.
to.
Yeah. And the first one I think was more of a surprise hit. But it didn't have the universal quote appeal like Anchorman, and it wasn't just a critically beloved movie like The 300 or Sin City. So
Yeah.
it has less to live up to. It was a fun movie. I liked it, but it is what
It
it
was
is.
a dumb
It's
college movie.
yeah. So I think this one might be able to overcome the curse of 2015 or 2014, where all the ones I just mentioned came out. 2014. So here's to hoping. I'm not going to see it in theaters. But
No, I'm not going to pay theater money to go see it. But, like, I worry about it a little bit, like, looking at the trailer where it's just like, yeah, when I watched the original Zoolander, it was a dumb college movie. And, you know, I was, like, right in that high school, college age. Like, I was in their demographic.
yeah.
And it looks like all of the jokes are kind of the same thread. So I'm
But
just like, I don't
that might not be
know.
if they make a movie that's still funny to teenagers and 20-somethings, then at least it's going to do well.
Well, that's just it. I don't know if kind of the carryover comedy that's in the trailer from the first movie is going to hit that same audience now.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. It's a lot of A-list celebrities and comedians, so here's to hoping they can make it work.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. And then that just leaves us one more for the month. Well, the beginning 2 weeks of February, our little honorable mention, because historically on this show, which, you know, there's only 3 episodes, but the one episode we put together last year, I bashed the shit out of Rebel Wilson. So I feel like I'm throwing an honorable mention out there for How to Be Single because this actually looks entertaining to me.
It looks, yeah. I'm glad you,
A
I
dead
like
note.
Rebel Wilson. Yeah, I like Rebel Wilson. I think she's funny. This movie doesn't appeal to me at all.
No, like this is wholeheartedly a chick flick, but I just appreciate at least from the trailer because it's just her being raunchy and whatever. I'm cool with her being a raunchy comedian, but nothing she does in the trailer makes her look like an absolute idiot. And I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no, she's
yes.
this time she's just the really outgoing friend. It's, hey, I know how to party. I know how to have fun. I know how to just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Follow me, my young Padawan. Come.
Come enjoy. So yeah, so I'm throwing that out there as an honorable mention. Again, for me, it's hard to pay theater money for comedies. Like I really feel like to draw me to the theater, you got to kind of have like a big like action epic or something that's like very atmospheric, dependent on or enhanced by.
Well, as I was telling friends, I saw Dirty Grandpa, and the big draw for, I would say, the females is a lot of Zac Efron's naked ass.
Nice. I approve.
For me, there was a little less of a reason to be there.
And on
Yeah.
that note, there's your first 2 weeks of February. We didn't really rip too much apart because, again, like the first 2 weeks seem really good. So if you're
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies is going to be fucking terrible. I have my expectations are so low I can't dig deep enough to get to them. So I'm hoping by keeping them so low, I'll at least be entertained.
are they 8 feet under?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you in a couple weeks.